WWE Day 1 Raw will kick off WWE's Knockout Week starting Monday, obviously New Year's Day. And an interesting report came out today from Fightful Select. Sean Ross Sapp posting a tweet saying that WWE is looking to bring in a former WWE champion for the show. Now, while the Fightful Select article went into a little bit more detail and explained that the company is on the 1 yard line in landing a former WWE champion to appear on the show, and they feel confident they can get a deal done. You add to the report that the fact Triple H himself has tweeted out saying that he's not going to confirm or deny the rumours about the former champion appearing at Raw Day 1, but he will say to stay tuned, basically verifying the fact a former world champion is appearing on Raw, because otherwise you just don't mention it. So, who the hell could it be? My initial thought upon reading this was Big E. We haven't seen Big E for a long time since the injury. While we don't have a health update on Big E, he would be the one that comes to mind first. But would he require a deal to be done? Because he's contracted talent. We know there's a lot of former WWE champions currently listed as superstars in AEW. Other people have sort of suggested Rob Van Dam, who made appearances for AEW, but we don't believe is under a contract. So I guess it is possible that RVD could be the mystery man. I guess Brock Lesnar is in the picture too. Brock obviously is someone who hasn't really been seen recently. Former WWE champion, ticks all the boxes. But we've seen Brock very recently in WWE programming. And I kind of wonder if this would be like something you hype in this manner. Because you haven't done that before for Brock, so why start now? The wildcard choice here is Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné. Now this comes down to WWE's clarity on the use of WWE Championship, which Fightful Select verified as a former WWE champion being the terms used by their sources. Could they mean another WWE title belt rather than the WWE Championship? If so, Sasha's possible. Until they wasn't, when Sean Ross Sapp verified today that Mercedes Moné and WWE were recently in talks for a return. We're not going mad. And then they fell apart. So WWE now has the expectation that Sasha Banks will make her return to the ring, I suppose, elsewhere imminently. So it doesn't look like she's going back, unfortunately. Goldberg has been very vocal lately about the idea of having a retirement match. Could WWE be the company that says, come on in, we'll give you one more match? I mean, maybe. I wouldn't rule out Goldberg yet, unfortunately. I've seen a lot of people saying Rey Mysterio, but to me this wouldn't make sense because he only just made an appearance on NXT a couple of weeks back. I think it was for their pay-per-view, so this kind of doesn't make sense to hype up this level. I've also seen a lot of people say CM Punk because CM Punk's a former champion who currently is not advertised for Day 1. But again, I kind of just think you'd advertise CM Punk. You'd want to get more clout for having Punk there, so surely just advertise it. Alberto Del... Nobody gives a fuck, so no, it's not going to be him. There's also the idea that if we're being loose with the term former WWE champion, could that be Alexa Bliss? Now, we spoke about her recently, and I think Royal Rumble could be a stretch. Day 1 would be a freaking miracle if she was to return that quickly after giving birth. We've also got the massive wild cards of names like Batista, Stone Cold, Steve Austin. How about The Rock, who's been sort of in the news recently? Or about John Cena? He could come back. Maybe even The Undertaker himself. Who knows? Maybe even one more WrestleMania match for the dead man. I mean, anything's possible in WWE. There's also the possibility it could be someone who was recently released, like a Dolph Ziggler, although I would assume Dolph is very likely heading to AEW. Could he make a pit stop at Day 1 Raw first? Maybe? It could literally be anyone, including former WWE champion Bob Backlund. Anything is possible in the world of WWE. I'd hope it's Triple H himself. Could you imagine the backlash? I'd love this. This would be gold if the former WWE champion who's hyped up for this week's Raw is Triple H himself. putting himself over in 2023 the best way he can. But you tell me in the comments down below, who do you think the former WWE champion will be appearing at Day 1 Raw? Let me know in the comments, like the video, share the video, and if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. We'll be back here for things you might have missed for Day 1, so make sure your notifications are turned on for that. Catch you next time. Peace!